Hello everyone, this is Vivi. Welcome back to my channel. I'm actually still recording on a little bed table on my bed with a brand new microphone. Hopefully that this microphone will work better for me because I always have problem with recording. Even with this new microphone, this is the third time I'm doing recording for this video because the first time there wasn't any voice, there wasn't any sound at all, and the second time the video and the audio wasn't online. So for some reason there's always something about recording that's messed up. This is third time, so hopefully third time is the charm and that it would work for me. So in this video I want to share with you how to manifest using the prominent energy of spring equinox. So now I feel like in Nova Scotia it feels like spring lately because it's above zero and we gain more daylight and there's no more snow anymore. It feels a little warmer, and today particularly it's very sunny and it's 8 degrees outside. It's just so beautiful, and like even Marco doesn't want to be inside, like he just wants to go outside and lay down on the grass. But I have Marco right here, by the way. Let me show you. So I actually have to drag him inside, otherwise he wouldn't want to be inside at all. It's so beautiful today. So because everything is getting lighter and we're getting more daylight, so the energy feels good now, and that's the energy of the spring, the energy of renewing, rejuvenating, recreating something. And that's what I want to talk about today. Why spring equinox is a good time for manifestation. Well, if you observe everything in nature, everything is a cycle. The seasons are in the cycle, and everything has to die for something else to grow. Just like in the forest, when a tree dies, it becomes the soil, it enriches the soil so that all the trees can grow on top of it. So in the season, during the winter time, everything dies so that it can relive again in the spring. So, and the process of manifestation is the process of creation, like bringing an ideas or something come into life, come into fruitful. That's why it's like in manifestation is like you harvesting something, you create you create something, like you birth to something. So that's it's a creative process. So that's why we want to channel this energy into the manifestation, leverage it, like utilize it for to create our dream, like what we want to create in our life, to live the best life possible. I often see that people have like a New Year resolution, and also in Asian custom, for the New Year, like for the Lunar New Year, that's what people also do as well. They clear they clear out everything in their house to bring in new energy. And this is also the time that people like make lists of things that they want to do in their life as well. However, I would like to tell you that the Lunar New Year and the Solar New Year are actually not the best time for manifestation, because it's still within the winter time. So in the winter, everything is heavy, is a death energy, and the air is a lot colder. So cold air is heavier than the summer air, the hot air. So when things are heavy, the environment, the air around you, when it's heavy, it's harder for us to make the movement in order to take action. To me, the winter time is more about the time of reflection, resting, going in order to know like what accomplishment, what achievement that we have gained, we have harvested throughout the year. And it's a time of just taking in that, enjoying that harvest while reflecting on it and see what else we can do better in the next cycle. So that reflection period is actually quite important to know how we can do better next time. In addition to that, during the reflection is also able to give us like idea and time to contemplate in order to get crystal clear of our vision, of our dream. That's what dream really means, like imagination, dream. Like you have to sleep in order to dream. So if you don't have that resting time, that sleeping time, then you don't dream, and you don't dream, then you don't know what to create in the next cycle, right? So like sleeping dream and like dream about what you want to manifest in your life, like it's still dream. That's what dream really means. You need to sleep, you need to rest in order to know what your vision is, so that you can put it into creation when the spring comes. That is a time to take action. So when you create like a resolution list, like New Year resolution for like January 1st, to me, the solar New Year's, the solar cycle, the solar calendar, New Year 1st is the 7 days after the winter solstice, and the winter solstice mark the end of the not the coldest, but the darkest night of the year, because during those 3 days from the 21st to the 24th, we have the longest night of the year, and after that the 25th is when it starts to gaining daylight. And what that means to me is it's all about hope. It's all about light at the end of tunnel. Like knowing, like looking at that cycle in nature, it tells us that no matter how dark everything can be, we're still gonna have light in the end, and that everything is going to be okay. So the solar new year should be the celebration of hope. And because we are still at the process of regaining daylight, regaining light in life, it's like you just at the stage of death. Like everything already died, and we just at the beginning of gaining that light back. It still require a lot of rest, a lot of time to get back up. So it's really a time of self-care and self-love, like taking care of yourself through resting, feeding yourself good food, make sure you have a lot of sleep, taking a lot of vitamins, and supplements in order to regain your energy. That's why the air, the environment during that time, everything is cold, everything is solidified. It's hard to move when everything is solidified. So when you channel energy, it's not a great time to channel something forward. It's a great time to just sit still and be with everything. When you be with nature, you need to know and tune in and channeling the energy in the environment around you so you can be one with it. And for the Lunar New Year, it often happens at the end of January and the first week in February, which is the coldest 2 weeks of the year. Like temperatures often dip the lowest within these 2 weeks, and like I noticed that there's more snow and it's like extremely cold during this time. This year in Nova Scotia, like we had the record snow during those 2 weeks, and it's super cold as well. So, because the temperature is often the coldest during these weeks, it tells me that really everything is the heaviest energy. And again, this is not the time to take action because it's so hard to move. Often, like I feel my energy is getting lower and lower until after the first or the second week of February. Then I start to feel better because we're regaining more daylight. And after this week, everything's starting to get a little warmer. The air is getting a little lighter. So the Lunar New Year is more about celebration for everything to be lighter. So the Solar New Year is the light at the end of the tunnel, and the Lunar New Year is more about light in terms of weight, when everything is at the beginning of desolidify, when everything is getting to spring energy and everything is starting to melt. And this energy is leading us to the spring equinox, when there's the alignment of the earth and the sun. So, and the temperature is rising again, so everything is getting light, and this is the time we have more daylight and the air is also lighter. And this is a great time when the farmer start to put seed in the soil so that they can harvest it in the summer and in the spring, depend on what they grow. That's why it is the great time for channeling your intention, putting your intention during, like, leveraging this energy, because now you have more energy to take action. So last year I also did this video, but again the audio didn't go so well, and last year I was sharing about how to use the 4 elements of alchemy along with sound to channel that intention, that energy, and manifest something that you want to bring into your life. So last year it was spring equinox along with the Aries new moon. So the new moon is also the beginning energy, so it's also a great time for manifesting something as well. So there is like a double energy for new beginnings. So it was a really potent energy last year, and when I did that, when I reflected back at the end of the year, I reflected back, I was like, oh, it was like in October, at the end of October, was the fall time. That was when I got accepted, my offer got accepted for buying the land, and the process took about 2 months, like, to complete. So I harvested what I manifested last spring. So I put that seed and intention in spring equinox, and also the new moon cycle is within about 6 months, so it's kind of a long, if you put an intention for something in the new moon cycle, is the 6 months later, the full moon in the same horoscope sign, the same zodiac sign. That is when you start seeing the fruition of that intention. And that's very close to the spring equinox energy. I put something in the spring, and I harvest something in the fall at the end of October. That was when, like, things started to work out for me. So whether you believe it or not, I think that it, like, manifestation is not just about woo-woo, like, it's about observing the universal energy and leveraging it and utilizing it in order to help you live intentionally. And this is how we can co-create with the universe. Co-creation, again, is the process of living intentionally. In order for us to have the crystal clear intention, we need to have that dream. We need to know what we desire, what we want to plant seed, because this entire universe, everything is all about creation. We are the creation of life. So, but in this physical 3D human body, yes, there's some things that limit us. At the soul, we are powerful and we are unlimited. Like, the sky is the limit, but in human body, it's not like we can just fly yet. So that's why we need to co-create in order to accelerate, in order to amplify our power of creation by working with the universal energy. Otherwise, riding that synchronicity, allowing the synchronicities to come in, allowing the universe to help you to manifest something that you want in your life. So that's why I think spring equinox is such an important time in the year to manifest. You can also use the new moon as well. Either something small that you want to harvest within just 2 weeks, or something a little bigger that you can harvest within 6 months. For equinox, is normally within several months from spring to fall, or it could be a little longer, depends on how big your project is, because the bigger it is, the longer it would take time. Alright, so in this part of the video, I'm gonna guide you how to set intention. Now, you want to write down everything. The process of writing will help you to get your vision very clear, and also getting the energy out into the paper. It's like getting your ideas in your mind down into the physical. I wouldn't set more than 3 intentions. Like for me, I just did this just a couple days ago. I think I have like 2 big intentions, but one of them, I think one of them is so big. I think it could be sectioned down to multiple small ones, but I think I'm just gonna keep it as is and see how far I can go with it, how far I can stretch myself. So you don't want to overwhelm yourself with so many goals. I wouldn't go more than 3. If you have just one thing to focus on, that would be the best. The thing is, if you have too many things that you want to create, it takes you out of the focus, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. When you get overwhelmed, you get anxious, and you're more likely to quit. So try to simplify everything as much as you can, and prioritize what is the first thing or the most important thing that you would like to create in your life at the moment, and write that down in your journal, in your notebook. So when you write it down, visualize it in your mind to the very little details. Now you're just describing it. You don't have to write out how you take action yet. So describe like what you really want, like whether it is a relationship, like describe that person. How do you think they would be like in terms of your like characters, their personality? If it's a thing, an object, describe that object. If it's like a career, describe like how you would be like successful, what kind of job that you do, what kind of career that you do. So describe it in details, and your feeling about it, how you feel about having that thing or that person or that career. The second step is, after you finish writing that, now you can stop the video if you want to write it down while watching this video, or you can just do your homework after you finish watching the video. But make sure you write out all the questions so you know the guidelines of the process. The second step is to write down all the blockages, all the fears that are inhibiting you from achieving what you want. For instance, like if you want to manifest like a partner, and what inhibit you is the feeling of being unworthy, or the fear of being abandoned, or the fear of not being good enough for your partner. That's just an example. If you don't understand those are the underlying fear or the rooted fears, just write down the process of everything that you feel, anxiety, worries, and narrow it down, all your feelings, on your fears, on the blockages, until you get to the bottom line, the root cause of the issues. Now that root cause is what you want to release. Or if you want to manifest like having more money, often is about the fear of not having enough money, the lack mindset, the poor mindset, because we all are raised with being taught that money doesn't grow on tree and that we have to work for money. So these negative beliefs make you feel like you never have enough money. So the fear of not having enough money, these stories, these beliefs, so those are the root cause that would inhibit you from manifesting your money. Those are some of the common ones. But in this step, like make sure that you sit with yourself in silence or in meditation and observe your mind, observe your subconscious, like what actually comes up. You can actually, if it's not too painful, actually visualize what it's like when you don't have money at all. Like, so you can start to kind of get into the understanding what it feels like and why there is that fear. Or you can also do hypnosis in order to understand more of where these hidden fears really lie, when it actually happened, and how it was instilled into your body, into your subconscious. Often, like these beliefs and this fear was instilled in our subconscious when we were little. It's often like when we were raised, like because we were influenced by the adults, the environment surrounding us, our parents and the society and the teachers and friends that affected us. Even when you were still a fetus in your mother's womb, you can still feel the fears and the influence of the environment as well. So try to identify this as much as you can, as far as you can, but don't get caught up in it or procrastinate it because you're afraid of not looking back into the past. Now, the third step is to write down all the actions that you need to take in order to bring this manifestation into fruition. So, because we are living a 3D reality, everything requires action. It's not like in a dream world in the astral realm, like you think of something and it just pops up, because in this reality everything is much denser, so there's more steps that we need to take in order to bring everything, the idea comes into a reality. And this is actually the energy of us. Taking action is the energy of us in order to anchor it down into this reality. So it's like a to-do list. Like, think of all the things that you need to do, make the plan, all the things that you need to do in order to make it happen. Like if you want to manifest a partner, maybe you want to go socialize more, ask friends and family to set you up with someone, or if you want to manifest like more money, then what would be the necessary step for you to take? And I think it's important to understand that money is also energy. So it's not necessarily that you have to work more hours in order to have more money. Like, working and labor and money are actually not correlating. They are completely different things. They don't necessarily have to correlate. Just like you don't have to work certain hours in order to gain more money in stock market. That's the easiest way to visualize it. Like with saving, you don't have to work certain hours to earn more saving interest. So, but think of like things maybe that you take actions in some way that start putting more saving, or like invest in stock, invest in cryptos and something like that. Just some correlated labor and the hours with money. They actually don't correlate at all. So when you write down or the step of taking actions, make sure that you determine and commit to those action steps, because you still have to be responsible for your life. Even though you co-create and you kind of put your intention, your ideas out there to the universe to help you to manifest it, but this is still your life because you are the driver of your life. So you have to be responsible for taking the actions and making the commitment with yourself to create your manifestation, to create your dream life. So last thing, and this is the secret, the key ingredient for the manifestation, is surrendering. Now, last year when I was like trying so hard to find the land of my dream, right, it took me like about 6 months, and it was very frustrating. The process of searching through real estate is insane. But until I told myself, or told the universe, I completely surrendered. This is too much. This is too much for me to handle. And in the end, I felt like I couldn't find anything that was suitable for me until I completely let it go and completely surrendered. That was when my offer got accepted, and no way that I would think they would lower down the price and accepted my offer. No way. Because they went up the price quite a lot too. Like, even the realtor, she was surprised. She didn't believe it. She didn't believe that they would accept my offer, but they did. So it was a magic. It was magical. It's crazy. So you would really need to surrender and let go of your control, because the controlling energy is the restriction energy. When you restricted, that means you stop the flow of the flow of the energy for the manifestation to become fruitful, so that you can harvest it. So make sure that you don't bring this energy into your manifestation. Don't bring the control, the restriction into the flow. So you have to go with the flow. Co-creation is the process of just being on the flow and knowing that everything is going to happen for your highest good, and that it may not happen at the time that you want it to, because there's things that happening in the background that you do not know. So you kind of have to, for me, when it comes to the timeline, I kind of have, like, I set a loose timeline, but I wouldn't get frustrated if things doesn't happen exactly when I want it to happen. So you really need to let go of that control in terms of the time. So it will happen, so you don't restrict it and allow this to happen at the divine timing. You can set the guideline, you can like a timeline, just so it's easier for you to organize things to move along, but knowing that you may have like bumps and hurdles along the way that may cause some setback, but sometimes this setback may bring even bigger fruits in the end. So that's why we cannot allow the controlling, the frustration, bring that energy into the manifestation process. Now, on the spring equinox day, last year I did wake up really early at the sunrise to harness that new beginning of the day, which is also the first day of the spring equinox, the first day of spring. So harness this beginning energy and utilize it for motivation, for getting clear of my intention, to visualize it a little clearer as well. It's not necessary, you don't have to do this. Like on the things that I share with you, that would be enough. For me, I'd like to maybe go a little extra to be more aligned with the universal energy. So on the spring equinox day, I would wake up early, just because when the sunrise is the beginning of the day, there's an energy of stillness. So in that stillness, it's easy for you to be still with yourself and visualize what you want to create a little clearer. And the sun is the fire energy, so you want to bring in that fire energy it's the passion energy. It's for motivation, to help you to take action. Now, I'm close to the ocean, so it's a very calming energy. So I plan like to go to the beach, and it's also a very cleansing and grounding energy. So it helps me to anchor down that my visualization and help to cleanse and clear out everything that I want to release, so that I can anchor down that visualization into the reality as well, with along with that passionate energy of the fire energy of the sun to help increasing, to help motivating me to take action. So you can utilize the energy and the environment around you to with the process of intention and manifestation. Now, if you don't live close to the beach, also the ocean energy, because it's a cleansing energy, is also great to just to take everything you write down in the process that you want to release and your intention. You can actually take the photo of the sheet of paper, the notebook, and just release it out into the ocean or any water source and let it wash away. That is also a way of surrendering, to let the universe know that you're just in the process and you surrender. You know that you are being helped and being supported by the universe and the spirits all around you. If you are not close to the ocean, I feel very blessed and lucky to see I'm so close to the beach, and it's beautiful. It has such a beautiful view. You can actually use a candle in order to burn that whatever that you wrote down, everything that you release in your intention. Just burn it in and let the fire energy carry it forward. It's a way of surrendering as well. You can take a photo of it just to remind you of this intention. I would not I would still keep the list of all the action that you need to take because you cannot like burn this out. This is your responsibility. So that is what I would keep. But if you want to remind yourselves of your intention, you can just take a photo of it, and then every month at the new moon cycles, you can remind yourself of this intention, and every full moon you can remind yourself of everything that you want to release and how far you are on the process and what else that you need to do in order to tweak it to be more aligned with the to align your energy closer to the intention. So that's what I would do throughout the year, from the spring equinox to the end of the year. Just visit what I want to manifest, the intention during new moon. I can add other small intention that is aligned with that moon cycle. And every full moon, I will revisit like how much have I released my fears, anything else that I need to do, because these fears and these negative beliefs, they are kind of like, it's not like you can just release them all in the instance, but it's like there's a layer and there are a process to it. So you want to release it's like a layers of the onion. So just keep purifying yourself, keep perfecting yourself, and getting yourself lighter and lighter so that your energy is more aligned with the manifestation that you want to harvest in the future. So I think that is all I want to share with you today. I hope that it is clearer this time around than the last video I did last year, how to manifest during the spring equinox. I hope that this video is helpful for you, and now that you understand how to utilize this energy to create your dream life, what you want to manifest in your life. And if you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section, and also share your stories as well. Share your manifestation and how you created it. And if this video helpful to you, also let me know. I would love to know how my content is actually helping people. That's all I have for you today, and happy spring. Good luck with all your manifestation. I do hope that you will achieve everything that you would like to achieve this year, and I will catch you in the next video. Enjoy spring, everyone. Bye.